Hey guys, thanks for joining us for another board game night. As you can see what I'm pointing at, we're going to be playing Imperial Assault. So we're doing a mission somewhere through the campaign called Brushfire. I'm going to see if I can focus in on this. Come on, there we go.
Actually one of the character's signature missions.
Yeah, which Martin is playing, which I'll introduce in a minute. You can pause it here and have a look at the mission if you want to. So yeah, like I said, Martin's playing. Hey Martin.
Hey.
And he's playing that dude over there.
I'm the Highland veteran Fen Cygnus.
And this, what did you say? This is his signature mission.
It is.
And Ash is
They're
also here.
generally very hard as well.
And he's playing the
Wookiee Garkin. Let the Wookiee win. That's a terrible Wookiee impression.
And I'm playing
It's got a cold.
Mac Eshkare, the little green sniper. And Mick is our evil overlord.
Here's your man.
Going through his cards. So, we're doing this game because obviously this is one of the most popular games in the world at the moment by the looks of things. And also, I have actually painted all the figures. So I thought I'd show you guys, see what you think. I've gone through painstakingly painting all these figures.
No, it took you 2 hours.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes.
Focus the camera to show.
Yeah, come on, camera. So there's the guys we were playing. Oh, that's better. As you can see, I got some custom bases, which I got through Litco Designs, although that's if you're in America. Here in the UK, you can get them through Figures in Comfort. I'll see if I can put up a link here to their website, and you can buy just a pack straight away with all the bases on. And when you come, then you have to obviously take a little effort to take them off the bases they come on, which is more effort than probably a lot of people will go through.
Well,
but
I mean, we discussed the bases, didn't we, about whether we should flock them, or I say we, whether Jason should flock them or whatever, or spruce them up. But because there's two different terrains in Imperial Assault, which whatever you did with it, if you made it look all industrially and spacecrafty, then when you go on a wilderness one, it doesn't look right.
yeah,
And somebody, and I can't remember who it was, suggested the clear bases, and I think universally we think they look awesome.
Yes,
yeah,
they do.
I think so as well. I mean, they just bring it. I'll show from the top. If you can, I don't know if this is going to work, but you can see like the board shining through, and the board's got so much detail on.
Yeah.
That it just brings out. I think it brings out the miniatures
Well, it's,
really
it's
well.
also good for this kind of thing as well. You can see there that he's in a difficult terrain and things like that.
Yeah.
Particularly with the ATST, who's an absolutely enormous. So.
Yeah. Man, that thing was an absolute nightmare to get off his base. His base was really tough. But yeah, so these are some of the miniatures that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. Come on, just bloody well won't focus in.
If you touch the screen, it'll focus.
Alright, okay. Well, okay. So, our mission. You want to give us a little rundown of the mission, Morgan?
Okay, we can do. Right. So it's our signature mission. What we need to do is disarm these explosives. There's all these little counters. There's 6 of them. Within or by the end of 5 turns. If we don't do it inside of 5 turns, or if we're all wounded, that's mission failure, and Mick wins this one. If we disarm these explosives and it's me that's doing it, or they're within 3 spaces of me, we can actually retrieve them, and then we can go and plant them on the ATST and blow him up. And I suspect that's something we'll want to do because the ATSTs are really hard. But that's it, basically. Run around, disarm all that stuff, and survive. There is a lot on the board to start off with as well. A bit.
I mean, we wouldn't normally start with this, but because of a special setup, I've been allowed to deploy an optional deployment, of which I've done troop of
I like that you've
stormtroopers.
gone thematic with more Imperial troops as well, rather than a random cat or something.
Which one's the Imperials again?
Oh god.
What is it?
Beat me up, Scotty.
Yeah.
Beat you up.
Which one of you are Picard?
Oh my god.
That'll be that one there.
Okay, so there's you've got a rundown of the mission. I've shown off my hard work on the figures. You know what we're playing. It's Imperial Assault from Fantasy Flight Games.
Well, we'll do a turn. I mean, about the 3rd turn, I guess.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll still be alive.
Yes.
And we'll show you how the game flows. And then afterwards we'll give a bit of a verdict, and we can discuss if we think the miniatures make a difference to the board game. Okay, so this is the start of turn 3. Give you a recap of what's happened so far. Nothing.
We've had 2 turns and moved from here to here.
But
got-
they have got rid of one.
Yeah, we got-
One. Yes, one.
There where the book is standing, behind there was a bomb. We got it. We planted it on the 80 thingy mabob.
ST.
ATSD. Yeah.
It's taken actually quite a bit of damage. It's
It's on
taken,
13 damage out of 15.
and you've healed 3 points on it as well, haven't you?
So it would have been
Yeah,
dead.
But the worry, well, not the worry. It definitely is a distraction.
Yeah.
Because we need to get these bombs. Now we've only got 3 turns. to
Look,
do
there's
it.
one down there in the corner of the bleeding map, and then one here behind these stormtroopers.
Well, we're gonna have to split up as well, aren't
Yeah.
we?
Yep.
Okay, so it's started turn 3. Obviously, we've got all the activations. Martin's got the second activation token because we obviously only 3 defenders or Imperial dudes.
Troopers.
All right, who said we were going first?
You.
Ashton's gonna go first.
No, he was going to go first.
Oh yes, of course. Yes,
And
yes.
All right, so you want to form the board?
You were going to rest and
Shoot.
That's right, yeah, because I've been shooting the snot out of that thing. So I'm going to rest, which heals all my fatigue. Is that right?
Well, you get your endurance back in fatigue. So if you've got 5 fatigue on you, you get
Yeah.
it all back. Yeah.
And then I'm going to spend one to use my ambush ability.
So just to be clear, you get 2 actions a turn. So resting is an action, and his second action he's going to do an attack. He's got an ability where he can spend a fatigue to gain a pierce, which is what he's going to do. Pierce ignores 1 point of armor.
I'm using my long blaster, which has 2
Well,
blue dice.
he's got PS2, so he ignores 2 points.
About 2 points, right? Like that.
Look, that's not great.
Well, you got the range.
So I'm going to do. I could either do with that.
Well, wait till
My
we see what he
defense
rolls.
dice, this has got 2 black dice to defend with.
I'm gonna roll badly, man.
So
4.
4 to save.
So you've got pierce 2 minimum.
So ignores
ignore
that.
2
So it ignores my 2 wounds. I can put a wound on it.
now. Well, yeah, because he's
I've
got.
pierce or damage.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts to get
It's
there.
exactly the
It's the
same.
same.
One more.
One more damage.
So he's
Oh,
got
no.
1 left.
It's still alive.
So I use my second action. Oh, no,
No.
I rested in
That's
it.
just 2
Yeah.
actions, yeah. Oh dear. Now he gets to act.
So, Mick,
Or one of yours gets to act.
I think I'd be silly not to use it.
We
So-
can't shoot me on you because we're
No.
right next to it.
No, so I wonder who's going to shoot.
You can't see me! In a little quirk of this, the reason I can shoot it is because one of my corners that I'm based on can see 2 corners
Yeah.
of the base that I'm
Uninterrupted.
trying to shoot
Yeah, so
without
it's-
anything interrupting.
it's
the
their-
thing.
Way of doing line of sight, isn't
Okay,
it? If you can
yeah.
draw a line from one corner to 2 of the targets, you're okay.
Now attacking, I have
I'm done. You can give it
2
back.
red, 1 blue, and reds are quite good
Pokey.
for damage.
I'll get my defense dice ready. You'll need that.
We're struggling, yeah.
Right, so I've caused 4 damage.
You've got the range just.
just about with the range. 2 surge. I can do blast with one of the.
You don't need to do blast.
no,
I can do pierce 2.
Oh, good. That'll ignore that then. So 4 damage to the face then, yeah?
You
Okay.
have +3 accuracy anyway.
oh yeah.
So I get 4 damage. Right.
That was mixed
Exhaust this
activation.
card
I
after.
can re-roll 1 if I needed to. I can re-roll 1 attack dice, so I might re-roll this one.
Oh, good. An extra damage.
Yeah.
Exhaust this card after an attack targeting you is resolved. If I suffered 1 or more damage, test Fist. If you pass, recover 3 fatigue. I may as well. So I'll test my might skill. I need to roll a surge. I just realised I'm. Oh god, I can't
You
roll
didn't get it
surge.
again.
What the shit!
That's the 3rd time in a row he's failed
Because he's
that.
been trying to disarm that bomb that he's on.
Very
and he
difficult.
Failed.
It's because it's a yellow bomb.
Yeah.
You always play yellow. I'm
Struggling
struggling.
down to you and Ash to take out the ATS.
You think it's worth, when he activated his attack, to use my Jazwandi trading so I become focused for my next action?
BTST.
Or whatever.
Yeah, no harm, no foul, man.
Alright, I'll do that. I got the.
What does that one do?
When something within 3 spaces of me does an attack,
Resolves an attack.
yeah, I can become focused for my next activation.
I think I should go next.
Okay.
I'm going to try.
You need the card for focus then, yeah?
I'm going to try and. That one's gone, yeah. Do the bloody disarming again. Right.
Yay.
Yay!
Right.
Bomb is
I may as well
acquired.
take it.
You may as well discard it now. 'cause
You wanna
you're not
check
gonna
it on
need
it?
for the ATS.
Or shall I try to kill it? Because I don't think I can move through because I've only got movement speed 4.
Put a next to you on.
Unless I spend a fatigue. that the fatigue would get me to there, and then
What
I'm
have you activated,
starting
Mick? Just the
at
ATST?
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried if I run down here, I'm going to get...
Drilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't run down there, man.
In which case, I'm going to take a fatigue. I'm going to move to here, and I'll plant the bomb on him.
Guaranteed.
Might as well,
He's
yeah.
definitely dead.
Yeah.
Whatever. If
This
you kill
will
it,
cause
fine.
him 5 health at the end of the round.
That's me.
Right, so back to you, Mick. Which one of these
Okay.
mofos are going to activate?
Alexis. For some reason, facing a different direction than I do.
Oh, it's mobile, so it
Ignores
ignores.
all that shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You can move over red as well.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
What does he move actually?
I think it's
Moves
6, don't they?
6.
Yeah.
5, 6.
And you can keep going. You can move twice.
He doesn't want to.
He's just
quite
protecting
happy
that little
he's quite
bomb
happy
there.
grazing.
I think you want to go back to where you were, man. Just turn around.
Yeah, he's actually found some weird creatures to eat.
Guess it's me then.
Have you got all your fatigue back?
No.
Charge through him.
I'd love to,
Just smash up a stormtrooper or something.
but I can't because I don't have enough fatigue.
Hang on. At the end of your activation, if there are no friendly figures adjacent to you, recover fatigue. Yes, useful. Must remember that ability.
Oh,
Well, you need to kill me then, Ash.
Yeah, but I
Just
don't
do-
want to. I don't want to kill it because it's going to die at the end of the round, and at the moment it's blocking stormtroopers shooting us. I believe it or not.
You've got loads of health, though, man. You can take it.
Maybe you should rest, get your fatigue back. Or maybe spend to get, I don't know, get the crate.
Nah, screw the crate, man. We need to get the bombs.
Yeah. 2, 4, fatigue. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you could do a double move.
You know, it's funny, I said at the beginning of this game before we started filming that this map is tiny. And now it feels very, very big. That star looks so far away.
Oh my god, it's not even a star, man.
Should we call it a glyph or something like that? Whatever it is.
So this is going to be the end of our activation 3. So we've got 2 turns to hoover up all these
I'm going to rest
bombs.
for my first.
We have to split up, don't we? I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't have to
Action.
be near them now. The ATST will be dead.
I'll spend 2 and another 4 movement and 2 to charge. Give me 6. That's 4, 5, 6 to get to there.
And then you can
then
attack
I've
'cause you've
got
got reach.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well.
Move! Charging Wookiee incoming.
Get him.
Okay.
Take that, Stormtrooper.
Right. So the Stormtrooper
3 and a
will defend
surge.
with 1 black dice. Saves 1.
What's your
I'll
Pierce one?
yeah, I'll give it Pierce, so
So it's
that'll
3 damage.
kill it.
Damage.
Kills him.
Yay! Oh, well done, Mick.
Little puff of experience comes out.
Sadly, no.
It's the next two tap.
Yeah, the next one moved, yeah.
Cool. Mick, shall I go? Did you do? Yeah, it was one action, wasn't it?
Well, you rested.
Oh, you
No, I
rested
rested.
first, okay.
Yeah, because otherwise I can get there.
True. Fact.
So he can now see him, can't he?
Yeah. It's pretty much no getting away from that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he gets plus
Plus 3.
3 accuracy, so he just needs 3 range then on his dice.
Yeah, he's gonna
See what
miss.
it does. Is it blue, green, yellow?
Oh,
It's something like that. It's something horrific.
I can apply, yeah, blue, red, yellow.
Oh, blue, red, yellow, even better.
And he also, I put an attachment.
green has more range on it.
I
So.
put an attachment on him where while attacking you may apply 1 surge to the attack results.
I'm sorry, what?
Then, but after the attack is resolved you suffer 1 health.
It's a real shame, actually. I quite like that, Wookie.
He can actually attack twice, can't he, this one?
Oh, shit. I forgot about that as well.
Oh yeah, you're tough. You can take
Taking
it.
one for the team, man. Right, you got the range. Which is
range.
5. The numbers are range. And the
Pass
sort
me
of
my black dice, bud.
pips
Oh,
are
yeah.
damage.
I'm not going to apply the surge this time, so
2,
I don't want to
4,
take the
5.
damage.
And you cancel the surge. Brilliant.
Which I don't have, so
And
it
I'll do
doesn't
that
affect
to-
my dice roll. So 5 damage.
To do what?
I'll take 4.
Reduce it by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 to the face.
4 to the face. It's fine.
Second attack.
Ruh-roh.
It's fine, man. It's fine. Ain't gonna kill me.
That's very true.
He
Well,
hasn't
it's
got the range.
Surge 4. So
you haven't got the
he
range.
doesn't have the range. Nothing gives me the range.
Yippee!
So does that cancel? I
So you
could
have
use
a
a
face.
surge to recover. Well, for all purposes, if I'd had any damage on me and I missed
No,
that
'cause
attack,
you can spend
not use the surge
surges.
to recover 2 health.
I believe you can. You can't
Yeah.
have surges to do effects. So you can't stun you without doing damage.
Right.
But you can use it to get back health. We had this come up the other time, and we looked at the timing chart, and you check whether an attack misses or after you spend surges, because otherwise you
Yeah,
never
because
be able-
surges do accuracy and things like that.
Yeah.
So obviously the first time I was alright. Second time I thought you was a tree.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Well, it's probably got a lot of recoil on it. Looking the fire
Only one
upwards.
of us is left as
Okay,
you, Martin.
so Martin to go.
Okay, right. Well, my plan is roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
He's
and
just
then-
feeling fatigued to move to there.
and then try this one. A blue and a green.
I'd be so tempted to unload in that officer's face.
Yay! Unload it. It's a family game, Ethan. Okay, that's me done.
Oh, yeah,
Who you got left?
The stormtroopers, I think.
I've
Isn't
got the
Stormtroopers and the Imperial,
Imperial
officer.
officer.
Oh shit!
It's not that bad.
And Imperial officers just like he just points.
Just for point of reference, is the AT-AT gonna blow up and
Yes.
do damage
Take,
to me?
take out everyone in a 3 square radius.
Well, let's just say that Martin should be grateful he moved.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Right, so you've got the range.
What's happening?
Or
The Imperial officer.
Imperial officer shooting. But he's only got 1 damage and a surge. The surge can be a focus or a damage. So you take the damage. There's 2 damage at the minute.
Of course. Okay.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
Not
And
that
he
bad.
can move now if he wants.
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just gonna go give some orders to the stormtroopers.
I think that's at the start of his turn.
We
isn't
need
it?
to start
Yeah.
formulating a plan, by the way.
Well, I think it's a special thing. I'll read
Well,
one.
it's your activation
Right,
again,
what,
I
do you,
think.
what do you reckon, Ash? If I come down here,
Yep.
you go into this one,
Yep.
and Jason goes to get this one.
Oh, great!
He is
You
the-
right with that, yeah?
He's the healthiest. If Jason goes there first,
That's right. This is the right move to make.
could you go there first? Because you could go on. That'll be gone. So
I was just kidding, Ash.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I have no
it's
idea.
going to be a couple of turns before you can get there.
I have no idea how we're
use
gonna
that,
do
but
that.
it takes an action. It is an action.
Is it?
So I've
Okay.
had 2 actions.
Look at that,
Yeah.
throwing me under the freaking boat, yeah.
I don't know how we're going to get over there. It's really far away.
I think it's the stormtroopers
Oh, right,
next.
stormtroopers.
Yeah, we've all acted.
Yeah.
Right. 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 range.
Who are you shooting?
Wookie.
No.
Oh.
Well, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're closer than me. So I'll do you, Martin. So Ben, should
I'll
I
do
say?
you,
Okay,
Martin.
but afterwards we're going to keep playing this Imperial Assault.
Blue.
It's a family game.
Oh yeah, crap!
It's still a family game.
I've got range of 3. It's not enough.
There's more than ones of these,
At the
right?
minute.
I don't know, I never
can
rolled
do
them.
1 surge with +2 accuracy, so it's definitely hits. And so I've got 2 damage.
Take one.
You're still
You
alive,
can't-
man, that's all that counts.
So the second stormtrooper is going to go forward. 1, 2, 3, and he's going to shoot. What are you?
The
Wookiee.
Garkan.
Garkan.
Oh, how much damage did I take from the E-Web?
I don't know.
can't remember.
5 originally. You
Yeah,
saved
5, yeah.
1.
Yeah,
You
you're
saved 1.
fuckers.
I am.
Right. So I need 5
Bring it.
range. Hopefully a surge will give me +2.
Oh,
But I've got
Jesus.
6 range instead. 4 damage.
Yeah, I'll take the right.
There is what? How are we having this time? Screw you, man.
That's a terrible dice. That's
Just in case you were wondering, I have marked them, so there's got a green stripe on that arm there. And like say for instance the others has a red one there. And those ones have blue ones. So you can mark the different stormtroopers.
Different squads, yeah.
Yeah. And I've marked the elite ones as well, like what is this called? An E-web.
Yeah, E-web blasting.
It's just a plain. It's got like,
E-web engineer.
where's that one? It's got a red cord.
Okay.
And that officer has got a red belt. The others are not.
So all of mine have had a go. All the rebel players have had a go. So now, end of the round, the AT-ST will now blow up.
Yay.
In the meantime, as it falls,
Oh god.
right,
Fools.
Yeah.
Anything-
do that.
within 2 spaces, so not Martin, but he was,
This shit.
hence why these were staying out of range, will now suffer 2 red dice worth of damage if anything that is damage result on it. So no surges, just the damages.
I'm sorry, what?
Do we roll armour?
No.
Oh, dear
Sorry, what?
God.
So I'm going to take.
you got
5
5
damage.
both of you.
That's fine.
You fuckers!
Can I be double focused?
This stage
Sadly
of
no.
this stage of the
I'm gonna
mission,
give you
you have
this.
an event summary,
We need to.
and this stage of the mission has triggered small victory. That was the first bit of it. The second just the fluff is actually saying the walker's husk slams into the ground with a metallic screech before detonating with a massive explosion. They then suffered 5 damage each. And now the second part, deploy the reserved Trandoshan. Is it Trandoshan Hunter Group?
I'm sorry, how is that a victory?
Yeah. Where did they come out from? Just come from the bottom of it. Which 4 are you going to take?
So,
Which 2?
obviously, for the purposes of the camera, Jason shouldn't know this. On the map, these will be on the green areas they can deploy. Jason shouldn't know that, but
Well, you can't deploy there because I'm standing on one of them.
right, you certainly shouldn't have known that. Right. So they can now deploy.
I made the other 2 sort of just a similar colour, so you can have them as normals
the 2 that
or
you're not
elites.
looking at.
These guys are scientists, aren't they? This guy's commander,
Yeah.
and this
When I
guy's
do that,
going to die
then bring
first.
See, I told you it was Star Trek.
I'm sorry,
As far as the
theory the
as far as the rebel players are concerned, I have these in my hand. They don't know which troops are on here, except for one which they killed.
I won't learn.
the next generation.
So this one they killed, so they know that was there. But these were my 2 reserve groups. So reserve group and an open group. I can choose
medical
open
and
groups.
scientific.
The mission tells me a reserve group. This is the one that's just appeared now. So now this will come out on the table. And they now know what they're facing, but they don't know one of these 2 cards what's still yet to face them.
But now when I switch off this video, I'm going to rewind it and have a quick look.
How are we?
won't
There's
be
no
happy.
point untapping the ATST ban. There's no way you're bringing that back.
Okay, so that's the end of the round, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll come back in a couple of turns' time, literally, to tell you how badly we did. Come on, boys, perk it up. We can do
It's
this.
not looking good for them.
Show your game
Oh,
face.
sorry, hang on, buddy. At the end of the round, also, the Imperial player also raises a threat. Depending on what mission in the stage of the campaign, will increase the threat or will be relevant. So at the minute, it's 3 threat. Later on in the campaign, it may go higher, especially on the last mission.
And I pass this activation token off. I'm thinking.
Okay, so this is the end of the game. Suffice to say, we lost.
Indeed.
We came pretty close. We got 2 bombs left. This bomb turned up through a package drop. And I
It's a
managed.
nice little bonus surprise for us. wasn't it?
Yeah, we got those down there, but this is the last 2 left. And that's it, yeah. So, Mick won. Well done, Mike.
Hey! Do you want me to read the fluff?
Go on then, let's hear it.
Explosions shake the ground and fires burn all around. Fen continues to fight and scores of enemy soldiers fall. Yet to no avail, the raging fire drives everyone back with unbearable heat and a choking back smoke. Retreating, Fen can only watch as the place he bled to liberate burns. The Imperial player, receives 2 influence.
I don't remember seeing scores
I have
of
to say,
enemies dying.
It's not like I didn't try.
You were the only one to try.
Yeah, we're.
Hey, I picked up 1.
You just died, that's all you did. You just took
I'm
loads of wounds.
not died.
No,
I
I'm
tanked.
the one who got
Yeah, you got wounded.
I tanked.
I
That's
got-
my job.
I got-
Run forward to tank.
smacked
fair,
my eyes.
You did.
We were all pretty close to being. Well, I had 3 wounds left before I was wounded, and then what did you have?
I think
One
I had
at
something
one
like
point.
Well, after an outstanding
3
start
as well.
against the ATST, it just slowed under with 1 round of trying to fight him. He had a great start of it, and I thought you were going to get him quickly. And then 1 round, for some reason, very little damage happened against him.
Well,
You just
no,
messed
what
on
it
your
was,
attack.
I failed to disarm
That's it,
that
yeah.
to
Yeah.
then put the bomb in, which meant you guys tried to shoot him, and he had so much armour that we couldn't get through it. Just showing off the miniatures.
Yeah, I'm listening to
Screw
what you
the
guys.
game.
No, also I think what was a massive factor in that game is so when you rolled 7 of that blue and green guys
Yep.
combos and didn't get a single surge on any of them, which
It's been a
meant
totally different game.
I mean I think you rolled 4 times just to do that yellow one over there, and
Yep.
you still didn't get
3
it.
times I think it was that one.
Yeah,
that
3
one.
times.
Yeah, three
Yeah.
three times for that. It was 3 times for that as well. Yeah.
Got there on the 3rd time.
There was one over here that I didn't do as well.
Yeah.
And I had one in the corner there where I rolled the blue, green, and yellow is supposed to be the surge dice, with all the surges on. I didn't get it either,
It's got, I think,
1, 2, 3, 4 sides.
Yeah.
and I didn't get it. No surges.
Damn dice.
Yeah. So there we go. What did
Imperial player had a good time.
Well, let's hear our thoughts because these guys are all in. Ashton's playing a campaign at the moment. Martin's playing in 2 campaigns, and Mick's doing a campaign at his house as well. So they're all involved in campaigns. So let's hear what they thought about this particular game and their respective campaigns. Start with you, Martin. Mr.
I thought the miniatures were amazing.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, the signature missions for the characters always seem a bit harder, and I don't think it seemed. I mean, some of the others have been ridiculous for those characters. So, but this one didn't seem ridiculously hard. Bad luck really hurt us in that one. I think.
I think
I'm
sorry.
Let's go.
I think they're very unforgiving. If you do have one bad turn, that's it.
Yeah, the time limit thing's really is something that Imperial Assault brought in that Descent didn't have, which is the time limit missions, and there's a lot of them in this, and predominantly more than any other thing really, and it really does put you up against it. There's you can't dick about, you can't sit and rest and heal up a bit, 'cause you can't afford to. You've got to take risks, and that's why we were all nearly dead.
Yeah.
Just makes things a bit more interesting, and in fairness, pretty much every game in this I've played, it's never been one-sided. There's been the occasional mission where it is, but generally speaking, it's been wow, it was really close. If you hadn't done it that time, I'd have won and things like that. So, and I think that this mission went pretty much the same, because even though we did get screwed a bit, we were still very, very close.
Yeah, I mean, you was one move away from one activation away from winning the game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
if I
been
could have
able
bloody
to
rolled
kill
the
you.
dice well.
If it was the next turn, if we went one more round, I wouldn't have been able to attack you. You would have probably done it if.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. The time thing is kind of like a little double-edged sword, isn't it? Because it pushes you forward, so it means you can't take one
You have
mission.
to take risks.
Yeah, but on the flip side, it does make a little, not a little less thematic sense, but it pushes you to do things that you wouldn't normally do in a situation like that. Like instead of trying to shoot down the defenders before you go disarm bombs, just run straight past them.
Right in the middle of them,
Yeah. Just
Well, have a look at that.
Yeah,
That's
it's like I'm just gonna ignore you guys and I'm just gonna disarm this bomb. Don't care about my own life, sort of thing.
I don't imagine, anybody running past the E-Web platform,
Yeah.
cut the road wide, cut the road wide. I can't, I'm being shot at.
Don't mind me.
What did you think, Jason? It's your first game of this, isn't it?
It's interesting. I mean, I think the Star Wars theme is obviously very popular for a lot of people. For me, Star Wars is okay. It's not.
Lose 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
We have minus 12 million subscribers. And lots of hate.
I prefer Descent Road to Legend, and I say Road to Legend more specifically because Descent 1 was obviously really cool when it came out, but it had a few flaws and things like that. But then Road to Legend came out, and Road to Legend was brilliant. By far and away my most favourite Dungeon Bash game. And it had some really cool mechanics, and the things that you could do with your characters was just brilliant. And then Descent 2.0 came out, and I was a little disappointed with Descent 2.0. I just didn't gel with it. I think there was too little things you could do. It was too much kind of like driven like this, where it's like a grind every turn. You're just doing your thing, and it lost a bit for me. And this feels a little bit like that. Even though I think this is more interesting in terms of thematics.
They've improved some of the rules as well.
Yeah.
The rest rule is definitely better. They've cleaned up a few things, and they've made things a bit more succinct and a bit more clearer. But it's still very much Descent 2.
Yeah.
Very much.
And I mean, I was saying about the map. The map was really small, so it didn't seem like you're going to do a lot of exploring or anything like that.
Yeah, well, you think of some of the Descent 1 games we have with some of the maps
Cover
are
the whole
absolutely
table,
enormous.
yeah. And it's like you don't see the end of the map for ages, like
There's
hour or
gonna be,
two.
like, a room in it or whatever.
Yeah,
isn't there?
yeah.
But you could do cheesy stuff in Descent, like I'll spend 5 fatigue to move, drink a fatigue potion, and spend another 5 and move again. Whereas that you just can't. You can spend a maximum of 2 fatigue in this to enhance your movement.
Well,
and
I
things
think
like that, so.
one of the problems is for me, and each time I've seen it played where I'm involved, I've been the Imperial all the time. Supply crates can offer some unusual stuff, but because of the time limit, no one feels that they can actually really spend time picking up the supply crates. Whereas I felt in Descent, people took time to do that, and that's where they got them little potions and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are pretty useful things in supply crate, like grenades and things like that.
That's exactly, and that's what made things like Road to Legend interesting, because that's the kind of interesting side of it. I mean, basically, when you look at this sort of thing, the bad guys and the supply crates and that are just distractions from what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because you're in such a strict time limit and you need to get to that thing and do that, and everything else is just an obstacle.
Yeah, I mean, in the here, the 2 explosives were here. It was a bit of gamesmanship, really. And my figure was here. He was going to try and stop
Which
Jason
I
coming
pointed
down.
out to him.
Yeah.
Well done, Martin.
Well, as it happens, it wouldn't make any difference.
Yeah,
True.
couldn't detonate
Nice
anything.
roll to take you.
But to be honest with you, I mean, if it wasn't for the time limit, I knew the time limit wasn't there and was there and everything. I probably would have not maybe necessarily made that move. I would probably have tried to choose one of the others that was around them to try and wound them, try help finishing them off. Time limit caused me to do that sort of gamesmanship move as well. So I don't know. I don't know if it's great or it's not. I don't know.
What, you mean time limit?
Yeah. I love the figures and everything else. I think they're really nicely crafted and that. I like the maps being the size
I mean,
they are.
there's no deny the components are amazing in this. I mean, the miniatures, Fancy Fly have done a brilliant job.
Yeah.
And
They were
the
actually
board
really-
tiles. They're really nice and thick and really nicely detailed. I mean, they're all great. No complaints.
The figures were really nice to paint up as well. I mean, they had enough detail, some rivaling some of the best.
We get it. You painted the miniatures.
I mean, I don't know as you go on in the campaign because I've never got past about 3 missions yet. I don't know how useful the extra cards will be when you spend your XPs.
Some
how
can
much
be,
they
some...
change the characters. I did feel early doors there was quite a bit of difference between some of the characters. For here, I mean, you've got 2 shooty type characters, whereas maybe if you had the Jedi as one of them, maybe.
Well, there's
might
only 2
change it
melee
slightly.
characters anyway, isn't there? The Jedi and the Wookiee.
You know, I was thinking, I don't think there's a random scenario generator for this, isn't it? It's just you either play the campaign or you play the 2-player skirmish game.
Yeah.
Which I haven't done yet, but I mean that gives you another element.
Yeah, I think the 2-player skirmish thing might be interesting. I think that would be more interesting, ironically, than the campaign, because going back to Descent, you could just literally put out some tiles or to open the book, play a mission with generic characters, and have a night. Whereas this, I don't think, because if you just play a random game, you're losing a bit of the flavour of the missions and the campaigns.
We plucked a mission out of thin air, really, and our characters would kind of level them up to roughly appropriate, that sort of thing. But it's not designed for that, and we kind of engineered our own rules for it, didn't we?
Yeah.
In Descent, no, it was designed to you play a mission, have a character. You know,
Like I
there you
spent
go.
influence on a card when I had 2 influence. If I was in a campaign, I probably wouldn't have necessarily spent that, but I did it just for this mission. It didn't really make a great deal of difference, but I think it helped the ATST that one turn, which maybe stalled them enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we all picked bad skills, to be honest, because I think every one of us had alternate skills we could have got, which would have been a lot handier. But
What about you, Ash? You haven't said much.
Well, I'm still in my campaign. I really wish I'd been loyal to my original campaign character, the Lady Smuggler, because she's designed for these sort of missions, because she's got fast movement. Somebody targets her, she gets to move. She shoots, she gets to move. So she's all about being nimble and stuff. No, the Wookiee's an interesting one.
Is that the purple Jedi chick?
no,
No.
smuggler,
Oh, right,
female Han Solo.
All right.
Having said what you said, your favourite one was actually the next one on from the first Descent.
Yeah.
Is something similar going to be with this? Maybe potentially. You've at the minute you really do have just 6 characters to choose from.
No,
Is
it's,
that
it's
really
not
gonna
the
change?
it's not the variability now. Although there is a variability problem, I think, and Descent 2 had it as well, in that you play a class, or in this case a character, and you have these skills to choose from. So let's say you choose the optimum skills. I'll have that, and that, and that, and that. The next person comes along and plays it. They'll pick the same or very similar skills. Whereas in original Descent, you got randomised skills, and then you went to certain towns to train up in specific skills that you looked for. Plus, you had black dice, which were
The dice were my favourite part.
modifiers to. So in this one, your weapon sets your dice, and that's it. So you'll only ever roll those, and maybe if you get focus, you'll get another one. Whereas in Descent, you got these kind of like wild dice as well, and you could spend fatigue to add those and things like that. And it meant
Up to 5.
it meant a character that was good at melee was good at melee compared to someone else who wasn't. You know, there was a big difference there. So you handed a weapon off to someone, and they were immediately better than you were.
There's
because you had a skill in it.
no difference. If
Yeah.
for me, you
You can use my
bow
weapon
rats,
and you roll the
run
same
around with
dice.
that,
That's
yeah.
it. The only difference is, we've got different minor abilities, and yours might not even make. Oh, in fact, yours does, and mine does
Yes.
as well. Ironically, but it's not a big enough difference for me, and that's what I like, the variability in Descent, where you've got lots of different things you
Yeah.
can do, and that's
In
what
Road to
I
Legend
believe in.
specifically.
Yeah.
And it's never
Yeah.
going to get that. The core mechanics of this are in place now, and they'll bring out new characters, and they'll bring out a new bunch of skills and things, but I can't see them, because I haven't done it in Descent, I can't see them doing like a generic deck of skills that anyone can buy. And I don't think you get enough weapon choices, so you get your starting weapon, and you get
No.
a shop deck, and there's really not much in there, and you might get a few more in there, but really what made Descent and things like that cool is you get new stuff and new abilities and things like that, and you're constantly changing, upgrading,
Evolving, isn't
and,
it?
And this is, it's shorter, so it's more compact, but as a consequence of that, you don't
There's less
see exactly that, less depth.
So in them
Also,
terms, how do we feel it reflects those Star Wars as actually in the end it's supposed to be technically representing Star Wars?
I think it does a reasonable job. I suppose to a degree, because if you removed the miniatures and the fluff, it's just a dungeon bash.
Yeah.
So it depends how
In
much
space.
how
Yeah.
much you want to see.
So is
the,
that a
the
dungeon
de-
bash if it's in space?
Space Bash.
Okay.
This is on the
It depends how much you want to see the theme in there, really, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Funny enough, I think the theme hampers that sort of progression as well, because the theme is obviously restricted by the source material, isn't it?
I suppose to a degree, yeah.
So let's see. What do you guys? Would you guys rate this game? Suggest to other people? Like positive thumbs up, or something?
In short, I do think it's good, but personally, I think it's bettered by
The original.
it's granddaddy,
Yeah.
basically. The fact that it's Star Wars means I'm immediately warm to it more than Descent 2. It's a better setting, and obviously these miniatures are cool. So yeah, I think and there are people that out there that would absolutely love it, guaranteed.
And you?
I'll give it a thumbs up.
Well, yeah, I'm playing a campaign, so I'm kind of committed to it. So
I'm forced to contractually like.
I said for better or for worse. Turns out, yeah. No, yeah, it's a good game. It's, as we said, it's not as epic as Descent 1, Road to Legend. It's possibly more C2 or Seas
kind
of Blood.
It's kind of a shame, isn't it? Because Road to Legend has basically spoiled other games for us.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Is I've had
you've not
similar
really played
thing.
Road to
No,
Legend,
but
have
I've
you?
had a similar thing happen with me with Civilization. I played that as first, and things that are like it never really come up to scratch for me personally. Is that same thing happening in here? Because I think it's actually pretty good based on where it is. How many times I would get out in the first year of having it, I'm not sure, but certainly it is something I would bring out at a later date as well. So,
Yeah, well, for me, I think I always look at it like this. If there was no Road to Legend, Descent 2 would be an amazing game. Because I wouldn't have that to compare it to. But I think Road to Legend trumps all the successes that it's had. So
And that's not to say. I mean, we are aware that there was some seriously clunky
flaw,
rules
yeah,
in-
like the
in-
tree rules,
Tree.
yeah.
Yeah, there was some stupid
what
stuff.
was
There
it,
was
flying?
way too many effects. Swoop, you're thinking
that's
of.
it,
That's stupid.
Yes, I agree. I was hoping Descent 2 was just going to be like
A
a
polished version.
Yes.
Instead, it was a massively stripped down version.
yes. But if you took Road to Legend out of the picture, I think this Imperial Assault is a great game. The components are fantastic. The gameplay is swift and fast, and
And there's a campaign in the box
Yeah,
as well, let's not forget
exactly.
as well, whereas Road to Legend was an expansion, like a £40
Expansion, yeah, and kept bringing out
a
more.
base game that was already 60 quid or whatever.
And I'm pretty sure because like how many campaign missions are in this box? Like say 15 or something like that.
I think
There's quite a few. 'cause
And
I
I'm-
think
basically
campaign
you
itself
can
is
do
11.
that that many there, and
Yeah,
you
but
can have
there's
a
side
spare
quests.
for
So, yeah.
one
Yeah.
as well.
Then
So
there's like
And this being Fantasy Flight, they're going to bring out tons of more.
They absolutely
there's
will, yeah.
the bound. No, the one
Yeah,
with
there's-
Boba Fett, isn't
yeah.
it? I can't remember what that's called now. That's coming out.
And they'll bring out tons more miniatures, and they'll bring out tons more boards and various other
absolutely,
things.
yeah. But that's not necessarily a good thing either, because I almost feel with Descent 2 there's a saturation point that they've exceeded now, and anyone that was interested in getting Descent would look at the amount of stuff out there and go, nah, they're
Yeah.
ridiculous amounts now. I don't even know where to start. And so there's a danger of that happening with this as well. I mean, when you just look at the figure packs,
Yeah,
I mean, there was expansions in the box for figure packs.
well, especially when new films coming out now as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know that's going to get something.
It's also pretty cool that it links into some of the other IP stuff they do, like X-Wing, and I'm sure there must be a way you can make some sort of overarching campaign.
Almost certainly, yeah.
Well, anyway, I think that was 4 thumbs up from us, wasn't it?
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Lukewarm thumb up though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's
Mine's,
It's difficult
mine's
to get
a hotter
wowed by
thumbs
it
up
now.
because I've not been so
Sullied by Road to Legend.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I totally know where it comes from. I've had the same problem with World Without Ending Pillars of
but
the Earth and
just-
things like that. So
But do you think it's a game that wows you as it by itself? Then are you like, this game's amazing and I want to play it?
if
all
I
the
hadn't
time?
played the original, the Descent that I did play, I would be really happy with this. I feel. I mean, I would love, like I said, it'd be the first time I'd be introduced to the way of dice rolling that these have, like the difference on the
Because to
different
be honest,
dice.
it could be just that it's not really our kind of game anymore. Maybe
Yeah.
we've kind of outgrown the kind of
That's what I'm saying.
bashy type thing, or we like the more kind of Euro type game now.
I love this.
Maybe, yeah.
I actually do like
Yeah, we do.
slight differences with the characters, and obviously that you can bring out the upgrades. If you hadn't played a game like that before, then yeah, it's great. I think it is a really good concept because it did work before, or wouldn't it work again? And like I said, if you haven't played the best, then you haven't got it to compare against. Then I think this is good, especially with the quality of the figures.
We could be just suffering from nostalgia for Road
Yeah.
to Legend.
Or maybe
If it's-
fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also,
Maybe.
yeah,
Alright.
like I said, would I feel the
I
same
know
about
there's
this
been
in
people out
5
there that
years'
will
time? I don't know.
disagree.
Yeah. Well,
100%.
give us comments underneath and say why you like this better than Road to Legend or whatever. But this has gone on for 20 minutes, our discussion now, so we're gonna
Remember, let the Wookiee win. Yeah,
So-
Nick, let the Wookiee win.
we're gonna call it there. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back with some other games at a later stage.